Yeah, we're good.
So you race?
I don't race. I'm in the tow truck in the middle of the track.
Okay.
So when they crash,
you
I
pull
take
them
them
up.
off the car. Welcome to the Big Hammock Podcast. We're coming to you via YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and this week added to the mix, Audible, and last night, TikTok. So like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your friends about the podcast. We have been looking at the analytics, listeners. 80% of you are listening, are not subscribed. Subscribe, please. Add comments in the comment question. In the comment question, drop or in the comment section, drop your questions. We want you to ask us questions. Ask us anything. We're going to do an episode strictly asking questions from the listeners, asking us anything. And of course, you can get all your updates on our Facebook, all platforms at the Big Hammock. And let's not forget the most important thing, the website, thebighammock.com, one word. You can get your DVDs, Blu-rays, digital copies. And what I'm most excited about is the Ohio premiere in Morgan County, Ohio, the Twin City Opera House, my hometown, Morgan County, Ohio, June 19th. Get your tickets. They are selling. Our guest today, cast member Chris Unger, and the man behind the soundtrack of the Big Hammock, Jesse Danitz. How have you been, gentlemen? Have your hands been cramping up signing all your autographs?
Yeah, I'm stiff. Real stiff.
What has your friends and family thought about the movie?
They loved it.
Mine were blown away. Didn't even think about it.
Yeah. What was your expectation prior to the movie? Like, what did you expect to see?
When they filmed the movie, I didn't think it was going to be what it turned out to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting to the premiere, I was really, really nervous, because I don't like seeing myself on camera and all that. So I was super nervous. I didn't expect the turnout of the people.
Mm-hmm.
After sitting, I was sitting up there with Malcolm on the table, just, he was doing his thing, and I'm just looking at the door, and you see people after people after people after people after people.
So if I'm hearing you right, you expected, you didn't know what to expect with how you looked at the camera. You didn't expect it to be all that. And then when you saw the amount of people at the premiere, you were like, okay, wow. And then you got nervous because you didn't know about how you did.
Right, how I did and how everything else, because nobody out of, I think, 2 people seen the whole movie of start to finish, how it looked. So I only had a little portion of what I've seen. I'm like, well, damn, I hope it really comes out, and it did. And after, watching it, we're in the theater and everybody's, clapping. They're like, yeah, going downstairs, and you thought everybody was just going to leave or whatnot, and everybody stuck around. They hanged out.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was
Jesse,
really
what was your expectations before the movie premiere?
I've over the years have watched Malcolm's Little Shorts, and they've been pretty good. I wasn't expecting what we wound up seeing on the screen. I remember I came in during the festival, and I was blown away. Just what he had set up, all the people that were involved, that was just amazing to me. At that point, I was pretty confident it was going to be really good. And then we got to the theater. Obviously, my expectations were not what the movie wound up being. I was blown away. I went right to Malcolm afterward, and I said, "Man, I cannot believe that this is what you created. Like, this is amazing."
Now, so did he send you a script at all?
Yeah.
So he did send you the script.
He did, and
Okay.
I started to read it. And he had asked me, "Do you want a part in this to act?" And I kind of turned him down. It just wasn't who I am. But then he asked me if I could make a song for him, and I was obviously on board for that. Yeah.
Talking about the song, you wrote the song on the soundtrack for the movie.
Yes.
I got a lot of questions on that, so I'm just going to blurt them out here. I want to know how you came up with the song. Obviously, I found out you knew that. Did you end up reading the entire script?
I did not.
Okay, so you didn't know the script. Did Malcolm tell you the whole story?
No, not at first.
Okay, all right. So so what I want to know is, how did you get your mind frame where it was to come up with the the rhythm with the guitar, that's how I say guitar, and the lyrics to the song. So where, like, do you sit down in your bedroom? Do you go in the woods? Like, how do you get yourself, what's your surroundings when you get in the mode? I'm assuming, and maybe I'm wrong here, I'm assuming the rhythm comes first.
Yep, the rhythm comes first.
All right.
Yes. When he asked me to write a Bigfoot song, I knew nothing about Bigfoot. I had just happened to be watching a YouTuber that is very conspiratorial, and, well, I shouldn't say that. I'm conspiratorial, and I watched a YouTuber that does a lot of missing case persons all over the United States, Canada, and he puts together. He used to be a detective, and he puts together very specific things that relate to all the cases, and that's where a lot of the lyrics came from in the beginning, the first verse. But as far as the melody of the song, it's a Bigfoot song, and I can only imagine what that was supposed to feel like. So I went dark, and
I thought mysterious
as well. Yeah, it felt. Yeah, when you create a song, you have to play around a lot. You have to fiddle around with different tunes, and eventually that one came, and I sent that to him, and so it was a long process. The lyrics are many days, many nights, going to work, thinking about what can you say, what how does this all tie together, and then you just as you get them in your head, you jot them down, and that was a back and forth process with Malcolm as well. And he's just like, yeah, I love it. And eventually I quit doing that, and I just came up with the whole thing and sent it his way, and he fell in love with it.
So I know that every lyric has its purpose, but and some of them, as you said, just kind of fall together. What specific lyric, when it came, you knew had to go into the song?
That's hard to say. In my mind, they all fit. Probably one of the favorite parts of it is the sounds are the screams we make. That's something I don't feel like many people, like when we hear noises in the woods, we always think it's if it is a Bigfoot or an animal, we think it's that thing. Instead, I imagine that if somebody was being hurt or taken, that scream may not very well be the thing that we're looking for, but our screams. And so I think that one probably is the one that I was like, that definitely fits. Obviously, in the chorus, the Big Hammock is repeated, and that's actually what the name of the song had to be at that point, even though it was part of the movie.
I got goosebumps when you said the Big Hammock over and over again in the movie theater, because it was part of what solidified the movie. Because all of the music, any of the sound effects, anything is ours.
Yeah, that was
it is ours 100%. This movie is ours 100% to the T. You had a big hand in that, I want to just go ahead and watch it. This is we're going to
very well.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and surprise for you. We're going to watch this and let you talk about it and what your thoughts were as you watched it. Boy, I bet Warden Wayne is going to be upset about that one.
Probably, man.
You notice Dustin in the background?
Yes. Totally organic.
It was a great shot with the drone shot.
I've gotten many compliments for the song, but the part that he put it in.
So what were you trying to paint a picture of the community here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
There's the sounds and screams we make. And what was your lyrics there?
They just claim conspiracy. I'm sorry. I can call me off.
You're blown away, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
It was cool. It really was. It's a great song, Jesse.
Thank you.
Yeah, it went well with it.
Do it! Let's go! Let's go! On the clock. We're on the clock, bro.
Deep in your searches and you shall find reason for curses, legion is kind. Well-known secrets before our time. There is a reason you must keep quiet. It comes and takes away the sounds, the screams we make.
Just so you know, we want to do a music video.
I would love that.
We need to do a music video.
The Big Hammock.
$300 people at Epic Theater sucked into the movie at that moment. You brought your sister with you, right?
I did. Yes.
What did she think?
She actually, when we got out, she told me, she said, Jess, I've heard the song a couple times already, but, and no offense to you, like you do great, but yeah, I even seen it at the festival, but when I heard it on the screen and at that very part, it gave me chills. And she said, I don't even listen to rock music, but I really like, that's a good song. Everybody I've talked to has said that, you know, I don't gloat myself and try to make myself known for my music or anything. So to get compliments like that was something special to me. You know?
Great job, Jesse.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Chris, your character, very significant role in the movie. You're the rookie at FWC. I want to talk about you playing your role. When you were casting or acting that part, did you have anybody in your mind that you were emulating, or were you just trying to memorize the lines?
Well, the whole memorizing the lines, that's what really threw me off, because I would have a portion of it, and then I'd forget the other portion. And then it'd be that stare and look at Malcolm.
Little inside information, though. Did he not pull those off in the right spot in the movie for those?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the fix to that? You mind sharing
What do you mean,
with the
like?
listeners? Well, I mean, you talk about, kind of figure out those lines. Like, how did you get through to the other side of that?
Well, it was to do with a lot how he wanted it done, how he thought it should be done. Towards, he gave me something and he said, I want you to act it how you think it should be. So when I was a kid, I had background to where I was an explorer with Ocala PD.
Okay, I remember those.
So-
do they still do that?
Yeah, they still do.
Okay.
So after having training with them for 4 years, so I had a little bit of, of what they go off of. So he's like, I want you to be a game warden, and I want you to act it out and do it how you think it should be done. So that's what I did.
And that's not your first, what's the word I'm looking for? Authoritative. Go ahead. not your first authoritative role. You've been a cop before. I think you were a SWAT team member.
On the Winnebago.
The party.
Yeah. Some strange reason Malcolm said, he's like, bro, we're shooting a music video. I want you in it. And it's like, as what? He's like, I want you a cop, bro. I want you to bust it up the thing. And it's like, well, bro, SWAT don't come to a party, bro.
They did in that video.
Yeah, they did on that video. But
There are several other places though that you've played a cop for me in other music videos.
yeah.
I
there
do
was
remember
other ones.
another one. Which one was that?
It was one of Foolish's.
Okay.
Oh,
I've seen
that's the hair salon.
The hair salon.
Yeah.
So you pull off the character of a police officer, whether it be FWC or wherever,
Yeah.
SWAT team.
Yeah.
Opposite, and it's Danny. You were the you were the criminal, and it's
Yeah.
Danny.
That was different.
It was different, and that was a dark character.
That was Malcolm came to me with that one. Came over and he was like, "Hey, I got an idea." And this is right when my ex-wife left me, so I was in a very dark spot.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Come on, bro, you need to get back out there. You need to, let's do something." And I'm like, "Malcolm, I'm not really feeling it, bro." He's like, "Well, that's the best part of this part because this guy is just straight up down. He's in the dumps and all this." So he tells me the story, and I'm like, "All right, I'll do it, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just being all depressed and all that, it just made the character, I guess, flow more.
Mm-hmm.
So we did it, and the first time I'm doing it, I'm sitting in this tree, and he's like, "I want you to do this, I want you to do that, and let's just work on it." And so we're sitting in this tree, like pretty high, and then he's like, "Here, take this rope and put it around your neck." I'm like, "I don't like where this is going." He's like, "No, it's gonna be fine. Here, you're just gonna act like you fall." And I'm like, "We're high, and I got a rope around my neck." I'm like, "I don't like this." He's like, "Don't worry, we'll catch you." Yeah, so it's been an experience.
Leave it to Malcolm to put you in those scenarios.
But hey, it came from something that I thought, was going to be like, and it wasn't that bad.
So he's, every time you do one of these deals with Malcolm, you walk away thinking it's going to be, and then he just
turns it right back around.
Yep. It's it really has been fun. I'll be honest, I was a part of that, and his talent behind doing that. He has a vision, and
He runs with it.
Yeah. So, what was the biggest difference between your feelings or just what you saw before and after? What would you say was that? What was the biggest difference between before and after?
I was just amazed how I don't want to say real, but that's kind of how I feel. How real it felt. Like I didn't feel like this was a film that
Was done on somebody's cell phone?
yeah, like it,
Yeah.
I that's kind of what I expected in the smallest way. But then when it went on the big screen, like it felt like it should have been there.
It was totally different.
It was that's the biggest that I can take from it. And that's exactly what I went and told Malcolm immediately when it was over. My expectations they weren't low, but it far exceeded my expectations.
So you were the guy that one of the guys that Malcolm was talking about on the episode after the premiere.
Yes,
everybody's
yes.
like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really think it was gonna be that good, but it was.
I was exactly that person.
I
yes.
got him.
Yeah, and it
you
also,
too, Chris.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
It told a story though. It wasn't just like, like you said, shot on a phone and a bad script. Like it actually told a story, and so you were able to walk away from it thinking about it for a second.
It was all done on purpose, guys.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Especially the time for filming it, and you're there, you're sweating. We're doing the thing, and afterwards, we'll be driving back to the house. He'll be like, "So, what'd you think?" And honestly, in the back of my mind, I'm like, "Damn, bro, I don't really know. I don't."
You thought it was going to suck,
I
didn't you?
thought it
Don't
was
lie.
going to
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
And then it didn't come real to me until you got to the premiere. You got to the theater. You're sitting there. You're waiting on everybody to get there. Everybody shows up. And then it becomes this crowd. And you're like, we made something out of nothing, like your buddy. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing.
So listen, we got an event coming up in Morgan County, Ohio, my hometown. What can those people expect at that premiere?
Well, it depends on if you believe in Bigfoot.
What you got, Jesse?
You might want to bleep me out too. No, it's you're in for a great show. They just did a great job, and I don't want to give too. I'm not going to give anything away, but
I'll say hit the beat.
There's twists that you're just not expecting, and yeah, it's go Bigfoot.
All right, June 19th, Twin City Opera House. Get your tickets, thebighammock.com. One word, they are selling. We look forward to seeing you guys. We'll see you soon. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for having us.